So, what if hitting your daily step goal wasn't just about, your personal health?
What else would it be about?
Well, what if it was also about contributing to this, like, vibrant, evolving story
Yeah.
with its own heroes and maybe even a lost origin?
Okay, that's an interesting hook. Like your workout is part of a mythology.
Exactly. Think about that for a second. Because today, on the deep dive, we're plunging into exactly that,
Yeah.
the Muhata Universe. It's this fascinating collection of ideas and plans sent in by one of you.
Yeah, and the first thing that jumps out is just the sheer scope of it all. It's not just a new fitness trend we're looking at here.
Right.
It feels more like the blueprint for a potentially, significant cultural phenomenon, this Muhata universe, as they call it, or sometimes just Muhata.
All right.
It's meant to be the overarching narrative where everything fitness related under this banner sort of connects.
Right. It's like they're trying to build a modern mythology around the very act of getting active. Um, and it's not just one single story, is it? It's like a whole layered world.
That's a good way to put it. Layers.
We've got the central narrative. There's a dedicated digital space they call the Muhataverse.
Mm-hmm.
And even really tangible plans for physical experiences down the line. So for you tuning in, our goal today is basically to navigate this pretty complex vision.
Yeah, and pull out the key pieces.
We want to give you a real understanding of what the Muhata universe is trying to be and, where it might actually be going.
Okay. So with something this big, this ambitious, where do we even start trying to make sense of it all?
Good question. Where do we begin?
I think the most logical place is the core philosophy. The basic ideas driving this whole thing.
Okay.
As the sources point out pretty clearly, the main objective is really tackling sedentary lifestyles. It's about fostering a consistent habit of movement.
Right. Getting people off the couch, basically.
Exactly. And to make that engaging, they've developed this really interesting kind of unique set of terms and concepts.
Okay. Let's dive into that. The foundational language. What are the key terms we need to wrap our heads around?
Well, first, obviously, you have the Muhata universe itself. That's the big picture, the narrative landscape, like we said.
Got it. The story world.
Then there's the Muhataverse. Now, that's their digital ecosystem. Think the app, user data, avatars, your whole online fitness identity within this world.
Ah, okay. So like their version of a metaverse, but focused purely on fitness and community.
Precisely. That seems to be the vision.
So the story, the digital platform. What other key elements are there to grasp?
Well, there's also the Muhatasphere. This one represents the social energy, the global community that's hopefully forming around this shared goal of fitness and, importantly, fun.
So the people, the connections.
Yeah, the interconnectedness of everyone participating, motivating each other, that sort of thing. And then, more simply, there's Muhata World, which is just, the sum total of all Muhata stuff happening in the physical world.
Okay, so layers again. The story, the digital side, the community vibe, and the real-world activities.
Yeah.
Got it. Now, the sources also mention some more intriguing, almost mythical-sounding concepts. Tell me about those.
Okay, yeah, this is where it gets really interesting. And maybe where the motivational hook really lies for some people. There's Mount Muhata. It's presented as the symbolic center. It's the home to these legendary figures called the ALOTTA MUHATAs.
ALOTTA MUHATAs. Huh?
Okay. And it's also where Muhata World records are supposedly kept, and crucially, it's the namesake for their big annual championship event.
Ah, okay. Symbolic peak.
Exactly. And then adding this layer of like mystery or depth, there's the idea of the lost city of Muhata.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it hints at this potential ancient origin for the whole movement. Maybe even, they suggest, predating the last ice age.
Wow. Okay, that definitely sparks the imagination, doesn't it? That lost city idea. It turns a workout into potentially, like, uncovering history.
Right. What kind of psychological impact might that have on someone's drive,
For sure. And I noticed some other terms that feel more like part of their unique internal culture.
Definitely. You have Muhata Law, which isn't like rules you have to follow, but more of a playful nudge, to encourage movement.
So if someone's slacking off?
You might jokingly say they're violating Muhata Law, yeah. And the flip side is Muhata Loss. That refers to a day where you didn't hit your Muhata goals, a sedentary day.
Okay, a bit of playful guilt, maybe.
Kind of. And then there's this rumored The Book of Muhata. Supposedly it contains the foundational wisdom passed down from the original ALOTTA MUHATA.
A legendary fitness text.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty clever for building engagement, like lore.
Exactly. It's like creating a shared history and a set of values around movement. And then you saw the more casual terms, too.
Yeah, like LAZA MUHATA or Muhata LAZAH.
Yeah, those are just informal, kind of fun ways to describe being lazy, specifically within this Muhata context.
Right.
And the sources really emphasize the brand's overall energetic, enthusiastic style. Lots of exclamation points, emojis.
Yeah, I noticed that.
They even have these quirky terms like fried chicken wings. Well, we don't have the full context on that one, but it's there, and multiple meanings for the MUHATA acronym itself. It all seems designed to create this distinct, fun, and inclusive atmosphere.
It really does sound like they're trying to build more than just a fitness program. It feels like building a whole culture centered on movement.
That seems to be the goal.
Okay, so that's the narrative, the language, the sort of philosophical foundation. How does the Muhata universe actually see this taking shape in the digital world, the Muhataverse?
Right. So the long-term vision for the Muhataverse is, well, it's pretty ambitious. They're aiming for a truly immersive experience.
How so?
They talk about users creating 3D avatars, representations of themselves within this virtual space.
Okay.
And imagine being able to connect and actually exercise with others from all over the world in these shared digital environments. What do you think the benefits of that kind of virtual social workout space might be?
Well, immediately I think of, breaking down geographical barriers, creating a stronger sense of community maybe, especially for people who don't have easy access to in-person fitness groups.
Exactly.
Plus, it could just add a layer of fun, maybe some social accountability to workouts.
Spot on. And the sources also hint at the potential for blockchain-based MUHATA tokens.
Crypto territory.
Potentially. These could maybe be earned or traded or used to buy digital stuff within the Muhataverse, creating a sort of internal digital economy.
Interesting.
And furthermore, all your achievements across the entire Muhata world, from daily steps to finishing virtual challenges, would all converge in your Muhataverse profile.
So like a comprehensive digital history of your fitness journey.
Exactly. And they even talk about using VR, virtual reality, to let people remotely participate in big events like that World Championship we mentioned.
Wow, okay. VR participation in a global fitness competition. That's definitely pushing some boundaries. And I think I saw something about ongoing work on their web app, too.
Yes, absolutely. The enhanced web app is a key piece of the digital strategy. They're focusing on integrating AI for personalized training plans, feedback.
Makes sense.
And also making sure it connects seamlessly with wearable fitness trackers and, cloud storage. It suggests a very data-driven approach to how you progress individually within this larger Muhata world.
Okay, so a really rich digital world is clearly part of the plan, under development. But the Muhata universe isn't just about the virtual, right? There are definite plans for physical stuff, too.
Oh, absolutely. This is where that real-life video game idea they talk about really starts to take shape.
How so? What are the physical elements?
Well, one of the key physical pieces they envision are these Muhata hubs. Think of them as community-focused gyms.
Okay, like local centers.
Exactly. But not just your standard gym. They're planned as hubs with certified Muhata coaches, offering a standardized, maybe even gamified workout experience.
Standardized, interesting.
And a key part would be the ability to record and officially verify your benchmark performances there. Okay. So your scores actually count globally.
That seems to be the idea. Contributing to your global Muhata ranking. And maybe even, they mentioned, earning blockchain-verified MUHATA for your efforts. How do you think putting a digital ranking system right into a physical gym might affect motivation?
Oh, I could see that adding a definite competitive edge,
Yeah.
Makes workouts feel more like aiming for a score, an achievement you can actually prove. And the verification part. Yeah, that could build a lot of trust and legitimacy within the community. What else would these hubs have?
They'd host local races, fitness classes, feature live leaderboards showing real-time progress, really fostering that local competition and community spirit. And the training environment itself sounds pretty dynamic. They talk about blending elements of like parkour or obstacle courses with static or possibly moving challenges.
Whoa, moving challenges. Okay, that is like a video game.
Right, designed to be engaging and push your limits, but in a fun way. Definitely a step up from the usual treadmill routine. And moving beyond these local hubs, are there plans for bigger physical events too?
Yes, two main ones mentioned. First, Muhata mountain races. These are envisioned as short but very high-intensity uphill races on really steep, challenging terrain.
Oof, sounds tough.
Yeah. And these would tie directly into the Muhata app platform, so participants can track training, compare times, connect with the wider community.
Right.
And they also clearly see these races as a way to build brand awareness, kind of a marketing channel for the whole Muhata lifestyle.
Makes sense. A signature physical challenge that captures the spirit, easy to share online, promote the brand, and then the big one,
Ugh.
the Muhata World Championship, centered around that Mount Muhata race. This sounds incredibly ambitious.
It is. It's a very bold vision, no doubt. They're talking about an annual global event held on a biome-themed obstacle course.
Biome-themed, like jungles, deserts.
Potentially, yeah. And get this, with the possible inclusion of robotic adversaries to really amp up that real-life video game feel.
Robotic adversaries. Okay, now they're just going for it.
Right. And their long-term goal, they state, is for this championship to grow into a major global cultural event, potentially even rivaling the scale and recognition of the Olympics by the year 2041.
Wow. Okay. Aiming high. What kind of challenges do you even imagine trying to build something with that kind of cultural weight?
Oh, immense challenges. I mean, achieving that kind of recognition takes more than just exciting events. You need broad appeal, a powerful cultural story that connects globally. It's a massive, massive undertaking.
For sure. How would someone even, qualify to compete in something like that? You can't just show up, presumably.
No, qualification would be based on hitting specific performance benchmarks and earning high ratings within the Muhata platform itself.
Ah, okay. So it's merit-based within their system.
Exactly. Ensuring participants have shown real fitness and dedication to the Muhata way, and the locations for these championships, they envision them rotating each year.
Different places each time.
Yeah, with each location featuring a different, possibly fantastical biome. They literally mention hypothetical themes like Jurassic or urban apocalypse.
That sounds absolutely wild. In the best possible way, though. Like a mix of extreme sports and a summer blockbuster movie.
Pretty much. And the ambition doesn't quite stop there either, does it? There's also this idea of Muhata Land, or world.
Right. What's that about?
This is the longer-term vision, kind of inspired by theme parks, it seems.
Okay.
Imagine huge, permanent obstacle course theme parks, designed to be accessible, fun for all ages, all fitness levels.
So like Disneyland, but with obstacle courses instead of rides.
Sort of, yeah. And these parks could also serve as permanent venues for hosting those big Muhata events we talked about, creating a real physical destination for the community.
A pilgrimage site for Muhata fans.
Potentially. And of course, to round it all out and build the brand, they plan to sell Muhata merch, branded clothes, gear, posters, all that stuff.
Okay, so we're really seeing this incredibly interconnected system take shape. Your daily walk tracked on the app feeds into your digital avatar and ranking in the Muhataverse.
Right.
Which could then qualify you for real-world events like the mountain races or the World Championship, maybe held at a future Muhata landmark.
It really does embody that real-life video game concept they keep mentioning.
Exactly. The physical events take those gamified challenges you might see virtually and make them tangible real-world achievements. The digital Muhataverse creates that immersive world, linking your personal fitness journey to this bigger story and community.
And the hubs.
And the hubs act as those vital physical anchors, right? Places for training, getting your scores verified, local community building, effectively bridging the digital and the physical.
It's actually quite remarkable how all these different pieces, the story, the tech platform, the physical events and places, are designed to fit together and build this cohesive Muhata universe.
Yeah.
It's clearly aiming to be so much more than just another fitness app. It really is the creation of whole worlds centered around movement. Absolutely. And what's particularly interesting is just how holistic it feels. The Muhata universe isn't just about tracking workouts. It's this really ambitious attempt to weave physical activity into a compelling story, to build a strong community and develop both digital and real-world experiences that could motivate people on a much deeper level than just, counting steps.
Totally agree. So the key insight here for you, our listener, is that this Muhata universe presents a deeply multifaceted and, frankly, incredibly ambitious vision. It's striving to be far more than just a tool to monitor your exercise.
Yeah, it's aiming to construct a global, engaging world where movement is tied into a rich, constantly evolving story.
Which I guess raises a really interesting question for you to think about.
Yeah.
Given these extensive plans, the digital, the physical, how might your own fitness journey change if it were seamlessly woven into a larger, more engaging narrative like this in the future?
Yeah, that's a great question. Or maybe you're thinking now about which specific parts of this Muhata universe. Is it the mythology they're building, the digital stuff, the crazy physical challenges? Which parts do you find most compelling?
Right. And why might that specific element be the key to unlocking that long-term motivation for consistent movement, maybe in your own life?
There's certainly a lot to chew on with a vision this big, and we hope this deep dive has given you a valuable framework for understanding the key components and the future direction of this ambitious project.
Definitely. Thanks for joining us as we took this deep dive into the Muhata universe. We hope this exploration has offered you some truly insightful perspectives on this evolving concept.